What is up, internet? It's your boy Ronan back at you again with another video. I know it's been a while since I've been on camera. Sorry, I ended up moving. Um, I don't know. It might be kind of echoey in here because this room has hardwood floors, and I was in carpet before. So yeah, it took me a little while to get back on camera, but now I'm back. Um, Anyways, if you don't know who I am, my name's Ronan. I am an artist, illustrator, designer, but most importantly, comic book fan. I have a really cool comic book called The Heavy. You can check it out. Link in the description below. If you like, mechs, sci-fi, militaristic drama, I think you'll like it. Let me adjust this just a little bit. There we go. Anyways, if you like that kind of thing, check it out. I think you'll dig it. But anyways, yeah, it feels weird being back on camera because I hadn't been on here in so long. But anyways, today I'm going to be doing a review as well as a coloring and illustration I did of Spider-Man No Way Home. Yeah, I'm a little bit late with it, but like I said, I was moving and stuff. So there are going to be spoilers in this video, so just be advised. And I will catch you at the end. All right, peace.
So yeah, I went to see Spider-Man No Way Home just pretty recently, and I gotta say I really enjoyed it. I really like the Marvel films. I like the sense of humor that they have. I like they don't take themselves too seriously. As a matter of fact, Marvel films are they're the best action movies to me, period. Like, I do not like action movies that are not comedies. Like, serious action movies are just so goofy to me and corny. So I really like the Marvel films. So I decided to do a Spider-Man. Now, my Spider-Man he's not really wearing the No Way Home costume that Spider-Man normally wears in the MCU. He's wearing his traditional one. And also, my Spider-Man, I prefer more sort of realistic body proportions. Ever since the early 90s and Todd McFarlane really kind of did his definitive run on Spider-Man, everybody draws Spider-Man looking kind of like a space alien. Like his body is just shaped weird. And I've never liked that. I like the older Spider-Man where he looked like a guy with a uniform, a costume on, as opposed to this weirdly shaped alien. I mean, I like the Todd McFarlane art, and it was kind of newish when Todd McFarlane did it, but I don't like that it's kind of canon. So I drew more of an old-fashioned, normal size, normal proportion Spider-Man. I'm also really big on backgrounds, so I kind of went all in on this one. It's kind of hard though. Like a lot of these skyscrapers in New York, at a certain point, they kind of all look the same. So it's really hard to get any real interesting detail because actual buildings, when you're drawing them out, a lot of times are kind of boring. Certain ones, a lot of skyscrapers are pretty basic looking. So anyways, to jump into the movie, basically what happens is, if you saw the second Spider-Man, Mysterio reveals to the world Spider-Man's secret identity, which is Peter Parker. And so he goes to Doctor Strange and asks Doctor Strange to whip up a spell that would make everyone forget that he's Spider-Man because it ruined his life. Also, weirdly, I don't know, Doctor Strange, it really looked like he was wearing a wig in this one. It didn't look very convincing compared to the other Doctor Stranges. The other appearances. So I don't know what that was, but it just looked really like a wig this time. But anyways, he goes to Doctor Strange to ask him to whip up a spell to hide the fact that he's Spider-Man. There's a couple things in here that annoyed me though. So Mysterio tried to frame him and say he killed him. He killed Mysterio. But it's like that went away really, really fast. And also, this dude saved the universe and was snapped out of existence for like 5 years. You would think that somebody from the Avengers or any other person would come vouch for him and say, yeah, he's not a bad dude, he's a hero. That kind of makes no sense to me. Although I do like the fact that there really weren't any Avengers in this movie. It was just a Spider-Man movie, which I thought was pretty cool. I mean Doctor Strange. But other than that, there really weren't any Avengers in the film. which although technically Doctor Strange is not an Avenger. So I liked that aspect of it. But yeah, it just seemed like somebody would just come and vouch for him. Captain America would say, hey, this guy fought Thanos. He's not a villain. Also, he was trying to get into MIT. If anybody doesn't know anything about Spider-Man, he's kind of like a science nerd, so he's really good at science and stuff like that. So he's trying to get into MIT, and they turned him down because of him being Spider-Man. But it's kind of like, when they accept him because he's Spider-Man, even though Mysterio claimed he was a bad guy, and J. Jonah Jameson is always claiming he's a bad guy, he's been witnessed doing good deeds, saving people, engaging in heroics. So it just kind of annoyed me for them to be like, yeah, we're not gonna, let you in now. And then when he saved the lady's life, when Dr. Octopus was attacking her, then she was like, yeah, I'm a put in a good word for you. It's like, he's Spider-Man. He saved like millions of people at this stage. So anyways, there's some minor gripe. So anyways, getting back to the story, so he wants Doctor Strange to do this spell that will make everyone forget he's Spider-Man, but then he keeps changing his mind on who he wants to know. Like, he wants MJ to know and his friends to know and this, that, whatever. And so he ends up messing up the spell, and instead of people forgetting he's Spider-Man, dudes from other multiverses who know his secret identity are coming into this universe. So like, basically all the Spider-Man villains from the previous franchises are coming into the MCU universe. So you get Sandman, you get Doc Ock, you get Green Goblin, you get Electro, and you get Lizard. And dude, Lizard's CG just look bad. I never saw the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I didn't see either one of the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and I didn't see the third Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire because I heard it was so bad. But yeah, so I don't know how the Lizard looked in that. And I guess he was in the Andrew Garfield one. But man, that CG looked bad. Also, I know it seems like I'm griping on the movie, but actually I really enjoyed it. But just, yeah, that was bad CGI. So anyways, they have to go get all the Doctor Strange is informed Spider-Man, we got to go get all these guys and send them back to their universes. But what they end up finding out, what Spider-Man ends up finding out, is that all of the various villains end up getting killed by their Spider-Man in their respective universes. And he's trying to help them so that he's trying to undo whatever it is, like their power or whatever psychotic break they've had or whatever's wrong with them. He's trying to undo that so that when they send them back, they don't end up being villains again and then having to fight Spider-Man and then end up getting killed by Spider-Man. So it's a pretty cool story. The coolest part about it, though, is that it's very meta. The other Spider-Man come in. So like Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire end up in the movie teaming up with him. And I just thought it was really cool. Their interaction with each other is very good. They play well off of each other. They have distinct personalities, even though they're all Peter Parker. It was just really cool to see. Also, another cool thing that I liked about this Spider-Man, just the MCU Spider-Man, is that they didn't. I can't remember which one it was. Was it Civil War Captain America? But anyways, there was just already Spider-Man. They didn't go into his origin in the MCU, which I like because it's been retold a million times. Everyone knows who Spider-Man is. He got bit by a radioactive spider and he got the powers. Everyone knows that now, so they don't have to explain it. But I do like that they, at one point, Aunt May says, and with great power comes great responsibility, which is what his Uncle Ben told him originally. So I like that they were able to fit that in. And when she said that, I was like, oh, I know it's about to happen. So I know I was going to say spoilers, but I'm not going to say every spoiler because, So, and I think the movie was really cool in the sense that this movie was Spider-Man being a bit more proactive, as opposed to he was more reacting to things that were happening to him in the previous two Spider-Man films. Whereas in this one, he's actively deciding, no, we're going to try and save these guys. He's not just in a situation that he's trying to fix. He's decided that, no, this is something I have to do. And what's the dude's name? Doggone it, I don't forgot the boy name who plays Spider-Man. He was talking about in this one, in the first two films, he was like Spider-Boy, but now he's Spider-Man at the end of this film. They end up fixing everybody. They get sent back to their universes. But what ended up happening is he has Doctor Strange write another spell or create another spell, but this spell makes everybody forget he's Spider-Man. No, not forget he was Spider-Man. Everybody who knew him just forgot him, period. So not just no one knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. No one who even knew him before even knows him now. So it's almost like he had to make a gigantic sacrifice to fix the whole mess. And I really like that concept because, really what makes a hero is a person who's willing to sacrifice or put themselves in danger or lose something. And that choice that he made was a really important choice to becoming a hero. You know what I mean? Just putting yourself in danger is not the only thing that makes you a hero. It's sacrificing something. And I thought that was really well done. So now no one remembers him, and his friend Ned doesn't remember him. His girlfriend MJ doesn't remember him, who he's in love with. He had to give all that up to fix things. And it was just really cool. A lot of people complained about this Spider-Man, which I really didn't have a problem with, that everything was honky-dory with him. If you don't know a lot about Spider-Man, really what's basically supposed to be his whole shtick is he's a reluctant hero because him being Spider-Man ruins his life. It's kind of like what would happen for real. If you had to swing off and fight crime every time crimes were occurring, you would have to put your own life on hold. So Spider-Man kind of has to do that. And that's the classic Spider-Man, and he hasn't really been that way in these films. All these films kind of had happy endings where, he's not a dark hero like Batman, but being Spider-Man is kind of supposed to ruin his life. And it's almost like sour grapes constantly with him. So at the end of this film, that's kind of where he is. He's moving into his own apartment. He didn't graduate from high school because everybody forgot who he was. So he's like taking a GED or whatever. And yeah, so it's back to that classic Spider-Man. I honestly didn't mind that at the end of every movie, it was honky-dory, everything was great. I didn't personally mind that, but a lot of people did want this classic take on Spider-Man. So it's kind of cool how they were able to manage to tie that in or to put that in there. And I also like at the end of the movie how he when he goes back out web swinging, he doesn't have the high-tech uniform that Stark made for him. He has to make his own uniforms like he used to do in the comic books back in the day. And it's like, so now he has his classic, like that really light blue and red costume, and it just looks really cool. And it's really nice to see that. Oh, this is getting longer than I thought it would be. So I guess I won't be saying too many spoilers in here. I've said the major ones, but anyways, yeah, it was a really good movie. Again, I think the Marvel movies really excel in the action category because they're light. They tend to be lighthearted. They're funny. They've got great action set pieces, and just I've pretty much enjoyed every Marvel film I've seen so far. But yeah, I highly recommend the Spider-Man. So anyways, I didn't really talk about the drawing because you guys know how it works. But yeah, pro tip: if you're drawing a character, don't, especially with a background as complex as this one, well, that has as many lines as this one anyway. Maybe don't color the background as in depth as you do the main character, whatever's supposed to be in the front. So like the buildings, you'll notice, are not as detailed color wise or have as much depth in them because it would overwhelm Spider-Man. Maybe could even stood to take a little bit more out of them. But anyways, pro tip. So that was my Spider-Man review and drawing.
So that was the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it as always. Like I said, Spider-Man, I really liked it. But of course, I like Spider-Man. He's one of my favorite characters. And I'm gonna have a Batman review when the Batman comes out. I'm gonna have that on time though, so come back for that. And like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, and I will catch you in the next one. All right, peace.